I guess we're ready to go. So, welcome to the sixth episode of the Disaster Cast. Um, yeah, something like that. We're still in isolation, but we're here and we're trying. I am Michael Crocker, as always. Jesse's muted.
Oh, and I'm Jesse Godfrey, and joining us again is
Zach Butcher again.
You're our first returning guest. Unfortunately, your webcam is having some malfunctions, but it is what
Yeah.
it is.
it, it's the
Our
best
best.
we get right now. So
Yeah. So yeah, I mean we're here, we're living still, so that's good.
I mean, sort of
Yeah. Mm. No,
things
Zach.
get
What?
things have gotten just like weird being like home always.
I'm usually home always, so for me it's just about been the same.
Well, no, here's the thing. I'm like I'm fine with being like home, but like I don't consider this my like I want to get the
If you talk low, we can't hear you.
fuck out. I wanna leave.
Okay, I heard that. All right, yeah, I understand that. How have things been for you, Zach?
It's going, you know, trying to back a
Uh,
lot of time on my hands. It's
it's
doing schoolwork, work on the film thing, and all that stuff.
mhm,
Yeah,
yeah,
bye.
getting by. That's all we can do.
Uh,
I wanted to ask because I don't know really how well you say it sometimes during like our class meetings, but how has your and Lauren's project been going? Like obviously you can't do too much right now, but
yeah,
you hopefully got enough, right?
yeah. For a while, it's been like kind of like slow. Like Lauren was kind of tackling a lot of the editing because she has a better ear than I do.
Hmm.
And I have all the equipment, so I was kind of send her over the stuff. But I meant last like big scene to like film, and luckily it didn't have a lot of like people in it.
Hmm.
Like my mom is playing a character, so she obviously she's home, so she's already there. So basically, like it wasn't beat, but because of the circumstances, I managed to film it and kind of make it something that we can like work with.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I mean at this point it's whatever works, right?
actually, yeah.
Yeah. That's the same with us. Although with us, it's really just whoever we can get, and we got you. So
Yeah, and next week will be our final quote
yeah,
unquote.
our maybe final. I mean, I think it is right.
Yeah, it's. I think so. We're gonna have our uh, teacher on,
Yeah,
and we're gonna have a bunch of other guests. Well, I say a bunch. It's like two others.
two,
So
maybe three if we convince Zach.
yeah,
Oh boy,
if
But
Zach wants to come again, and then we have like 6 people, which
a
yeah,
is the
recurring
biggest
guest.
show. That'd be the biggest show we've had so far.
yeah. So that's gonna be something. Yeah. So next week, Zach, just for you and for everyone, I guess. Whoever's watching. Next week's episode is gonna be me, Jesse, our professor, and then we wanted to get the major, not the major, but we wanted to get players from each of the large projects. So we're gonna have Marco. Also, these are all people that are returning. We're gonna have Marco. We're gonna have Renee, and if you want to join Zach, then you can join as well. Um,
Fun, yeah.
so yeah, like that's yeah, Jesse.
We'd have 3 returning guests again.
Yeah,
It'd be a great little show end.
Why not?
yeah, so that's the plan for next week. But for this week, we got Zach, our homeboy from parts unknown. He's come here. He's back with us, and we're here to talk about TV shows.
Yes. Oh, okay.
He's getting
it's
into it
weird,
already.
yeah, no,
Nice.
I'm like ready to go because like I watch a lot of TV,
Mhm.
like way too much TV. That's like what I did during my childhood is I'd sit in front of my TV and I'd watch TV. That and like so I've been watching like different shows, like I love different actors and like I have like a few shows I already want to like point out, but like one thing I know we've talked about is like Rick and Morty before.
Oh yeah, Rick and Morty. You love Rick and Morty.
I do, but that's actually not even my favorite show. I would say my favorite show is The Magician
Hmm.
on Sci-Fi, which that just came to an end.
We talked about
By
it last episode too.
yeah, yeah, those are two shows. There's actually a third show that I wanted to talk about that I'll get into later, but um it's actually really it's an interesting story, but I want to save that for later.
All right. Is
But so
Are you
why
going first?
do you want me to go first? We can talk about those, or if you guys have other things, because like we've already talked about Rick and Morty and the
Who
Magician.
went who went first? Did Marco go first last episode with talking about video games? I'm just trying to think. Does the guest go first?
Yeah, I say Zach goes
All
first.
right, Zach. Lay it
Oh
on us.
boy.
Top favorite TV shows.
Let's say I have a favorite. I mean, last ones I've been watching. I never watched like Sons of Anarchy, and I
Mm,
started the show for a
Right.
while. And I just recently got into like the spin off, Mayans MC. So I've been watching that for a little bit, but just that I was like I watched the final season. It was like fantastic. Uh, Awesome, good. Oh, yeah, have you seen that? You seen that?
you?
Yeah.
Ye-
No.
It's kind of like I guess psycho thriller kind of go one.
Huh. Okay.
I feel like I've heard of it, but like
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of it. Can you name like an actor in it?
Or what it's about?
They were kind of like unknown, but yeah, it's basically like a guy who was like kind of like has like an obsessive nature. Like he like dates someone. He's like a killer on the side. It's kind of hard to. It's pretty good.
All right,
Okay. Yeah. That sounds.
that sort of reminds me of like a show called Dexter.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've never
Uh,
seen it, but I know what it's about.
you've never seen Dexter?
No,
I
but
haven't either.
It all right. We would all have to talk about that. It's a good show though. If people do want to watch it. At least the beginning is. I haven't like finished the entire show. I actually just recently started watching it, so like I can't speak for like the majority of it, but
Mhm.
the first like quarter I've watched is really good.
All right. Well, Jesse, do you want to go next?
I mean, so yes, we have talked about the Magicians and Rick and Morty before, um, which I would love to say everybody should just watch The Magicians. It is by far my favorite show. It can get pretty graphic, but like and it can get pretty graphic and very real. It's like it hits very serious topics like sexual assault, like suicidal thoughts. Uh like it hits them in ways you wouldn't expect,
Mm-hmm.
while also like following this path of just like if you and I know I've explained it like this, but like if you took Harry Potter like S characters, like super smart people, and gave them magical abilities, but then gave them these like real world like issues that they have to deal with, while also having like now these new magical abilities. Like, what would you do in that situation now?
Right.
Like, and so it can get really up, and it's by far one of my favorite shows. It got recently it just ended with season 5, which I wish they continued it, but I think it came to a good end. Um, and now I actually have a goal in my life is to buy the rights to that show.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say learn magic.
Yes, learn magic. That is another goal. I'm gonna learn magic, like not like play cards. I'm gonna learn actual
Yeah,
magic,
real magic. Yeah.
real magic. No, uh, no. I want to actually like. I know this. I don't know like how I'd ever go about doing this,
Hmm.
but like one day, like if I ever get like really high up in film, I want to like try to like contact the people at Sci-Fi, be like, hey, like if you guys aren't gonna like ever do anything with this title anymore, like I will buy it off you.
Right.
Maybe give you like a chunk of it. Who knows? I don't know. I just
I mean,
I
that is a thing that happens in the industry, so you could do that.
yeah, and like because I would think I know I'd want to like continue the story. I really would. I but the thing is, I know it would be much like quite a few years later in the future. Like people would be aged up now,
Hmm.
so like stories would change. It wouldn't actually go probably by the books really anymore. So I was actually thinking of like doing spin-off shows almost.
Right.
They have an amazing world that they can use, and like I just find it very interesting.
Yeah. No, I think like I haven't seen it, but from what you've told me about it, it does sound pretty interesting. You know,
Yeah,
I do want to check it
I,
out. So
I want to see if I can like figure out how to do a movie review or like a show review, and I want to like just start reviewing all the episodes
hmm
of that and like put those out. So who knows? Maybe that will come out in the future.
that'd be cool to see.
Like I've oh my god, I've binged that show probably like 5, 6 times, and it's always amazing.
Yeah. Um. Okay. Did you I mean, we've already talked about Rick and Morty. I don't
Yeah,
know. I
I feel
don't
like
know how
I was thinking about it. I was like, I'm not going to talk about Rick and Morty anymore.
you.
But there was one other thing I was thinking, which I've talked about how like I'm into D&D,
Mhm,
and I know you are too.
mhm.
But so if you know Critical Role,
Oh yeah, Critical Role.
how they are actually making an animated series
Yeah, of their first adventure. Yeah.
of their first adventure, and the thing is, like, it was supposed to just be like a small little thing that they wanted to do, and I think they wanted to raise like what $50,000, not even, or it was like something really small because they were like, oh yeah, let's do this for like fun and see what we can do,
Hmm.
and they ended up like making like over $1 million or something,
Oh yeah.
like insane.
Yeah.
And like I forget, you know what? I'm gonna look up how much it was exactly because like it was an insane amount.
Yeah. Are you at all into D&D, Zach?
No, not really.
All right. Well,
Enough.
you're outnumbered, so I'm sorry, Zach.
Yeah,
No,
Over
but
here.
Critical Role is like a lot of people would say it's like the definitive like if you're gonna watch people play it, you watch those people because it's like
yeah,
all professional voice actors and people who like play D&D, and the person that is the host of it is like possibly the best like host of D&D ever, or dungeon master as they call them. But
Okay.
it's really awesome. I
so
have not seen the first like season adventure because it's insanely long. I mean, those episodes are what, Jesse, like 4 hours, 6 hours long.
Yeah,
Series.
so
Yeah.
episodes
The
can
movie.
really range anywhere from like 3 to like 8. All right, well, the beginning when they first started doing them, they could last up to like 8 hours at some points.
Yeah.
And then they started to learn like they can't do that, so they started to like make it around like 4 hours for each episode.
Well,
Okay.
as it got more steam, like, and got more popular, they like
It was just
they realized that it, yeah, exactly what you said.
yeah, it's like you could. It's not that you can't keep people entertained for that long. You totally can. It's just not a lot of people can stay tuned for that long.
Yeah. Well, especially because they streamed it, you know,
Yeah.
like live. And so obviously, if you're less popular, then the views. I don't want to say they don't like exactly matter, but like if you're more popular, then more people are going to tune in, and you don't want to like have a really long session because then people are like, I gotta go to work or I gotta go to sleep,
I
and
gotta go
I mean, hey, that's what it is.
through.
um,
Oh, and so I just looked. I was a bit wrong on the numbers, but
mm,
so they wanted like about $750,000. So a little less than a million.
okay.
They ended up with 11,385,450 dollars.
Oh my God. So they wanted a little less than a million, and they got 11 million.
11, almost 12. Well, yeah, 11 million if
Yeah,
you run.
that sounds about right. I mean, it's a show based off like, if not one of the best campaigns ever run in D&D, and they're all professional voice actors. Like,
Oh yeah, it's super well known. Like each of them, like they're all in like famous video games
and
and
shows and
like
everything.
animated shows. Even like actual TV shows. Like the oh my god, I'm blanking on her name right now, but Pike and she plays Pike.
I don't
And
know. I don't know, Jesse.
I'm blanking right now, and it's
Whoever
gonna
she is.
no, because it's gonna kill me later. Oh my god, wait,
All right, Zach. I hope you like this D&D themed episode. Tricked you.
tricked ya.
Love being here.
I love being
Don't worry,
here.
don't worry, don't worry. We'll get past this. Oh my god. So, all right, I'm gonna just read the cast. We got Matthew Mercer, Marisha Ray, Laura Bailey, Travis Willingham, Liam O'Brien, Taliesin Jaffe, Sam Riegel, Ashley Johnson, and
Oh
that's
yeah.
the I could not. I don't know why, because I love Ashley. Like she plays an amazing Pike, and I loved her in season 1. And I haven't been able to watch much of season 2, so I can't really say how season 2 has been yet. So
Last summer, I said I was gonna binge watch Critical Role, the second run of their, or the second campaign, and I got through like 1.5 episodes, and I just couldn't. It's just not for me, man. Like super long episodes where it's like, and there's just so much. It's just so much, dude.
it
Like,
can be a lot to like watch, and
They're like
especially
over 2 hours each episode. Like,
it's like
yeah,
4 hours each
oh shit.
episode around. So
yeah, like you're pretty much watching a movie every time you watch one of these.
Like a movie
Like
times two. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Honestly,
I
it's crazy, but it's, if it's
mean,
entertaining, then it's entertaining. So.
if you like that kind of stuff, like great for you. Then yeah,
Yeah,
I'll do it.
absolutely. No, I've heard a lot of people, what they'll do is if they're in the car or they're working out, they'll just like listen to it, you know?
Oh yeah, that's true too. Yeah, that's a
So, because
good.
it's kind of like a podcast, you know, a
I
little
was gonna
bit.
say yeah, it's probably kind of like a little, kind of like a podcast. Yeah.
Because most of it's like told in a story perspective anyways. So,
Okay.
yeah, so but all right. All right, is that all from you, Jesse?
yeah, that's what I had for shows, anyways.
Okay. So I'm gonna say my shows now.
I'm gonna say my shows.
I'm gonna
now.
say my shows, and you're gonna listen. So my shows are Sherlock. Has anyone seen Sherlock?
I've
Was
watched.
that with what's his face?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Martin Freeman. Yeah, uh, I it is fantastic. I love it.
It.
Um,
I watched most of it. I don't think I've seen like the final season of it,
mhm.
but like I watched most of it, and like it is an amazing show.
It's just so good. Like I've been wanting to, and I've almost gone back and just rewatched it a couple of times now. Maybe over the summer I will. It's just so good. It's so entertaining. It's so well made. Like it's just too damn good. And I would say for my second show, if you can tell in my room right there, that's Game of
I
Thrones.
I can't see anything.
I can't
Oh
get
no, you can't see that? No, it's
No.
it's this. It's the banner right there.
Oh, the one to the left.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Oh,
not. I'm
okay.
not like pointing to the left of me. I'm pointing at that. That.
What?
What do you?
I
Can
don't-
you see my screen?
Oh, I can't. I just all I see is me. Like so, here's me, here's Zach, and here's you.
Oh, I know it. Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
changed my
Cola.
settings to like grid mode, so you're all like both of you are like equally like both the same size. So I can see you like.
No, I can't do that.
Well, you're on iPad,
can't-
so like,
I can
Okay.
only do like one of you,
huh?
or I
That's
can
weird.
look at me. I guess
I can look at me.
stare at myself.
Beautiful.
Well, I would say Game of Thrones, but the last two seasons were just complete garbage. So,
Really?
yeah, I mean, it's like a well-known thing, but
I'd say the last season was bad. I don't think the second to last season was that
it
bad.
started going downhill that season.
It started going bad, but like it wasn't awful.
It wasn't seasons like 1 through 4 were like some of the best episodes of like television and television history. So like if you compare it to those, it isn't good, especially the last season. I'm not one of those people that's like I hate the series. Like if I really hated the series, those wouldn't be up on my wall. But like I respect the good parts and I don't like the bad parts. But ultimately, it could have had a better ending, but everybody thinks that. So but instead of that, my second episode or my second show is True Detective. Um, it's a thriller drama detective show. It's anthology, which means each season is different. Is like a different story. The first season stars Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson, and that first season is just amazing. It's like you like watch an episode and you're like, oh my god, it's just so good. Like
What's it called?
True Detective.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's insane. So I would suggest watching it. It's just really good, and I definitely the first season. Like you could probably just watch the first season, and if you didn't like that, then you don't have to watch any more. But honestly, it's just oh my god, it's crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. You okay, Jesse?
Yeah, no, it's
Did a burglar come in your room? Do we need to call the police?
Boy, entertainment.
it's my parents. I have to hear what they're saying. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. No, it's okay. So Zach, how about we're talking about TV shows. You want to talk about TV shows? What about the Tiger King?
I've only seen like part of that. I'm still getting through it. Like from what I've seen, it's like nuts. Like,
It's like what?
it's like nuts. Like
Oh yeah.
like,
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Me and my mom, for some reason, binge watched just the full series or the full
Right.
documentary, and like
Yeah.
it is absolutely just insane. No one's the good guy, everyone's the bad guy. It's just crazy. Um, it's I mean, I don't know what else there is to say about it.
Honestly, though, it's like I haven't seen the whole like I haven't watched the whole first thing yet, but like from what I've seen, I'm like he's the
Yeah, no, it's
one is
just
the one is like the good guy. That's kind of like I had a similar kind of reaction to that.
yeah, no, it's just crazy. Um, you okay, Jesse?
Yeah, no, it's my parents. Sorry. Here, wait, give me 1 second.
Okay. Jesse, are you back?
Yes, I am sort of. I have to listen to see if my parents call me or not. Sorry.
All right. Well, I mean, we can use some of that, Zach. So
A little filler.
yeah, it's a little
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 fun.
little filler sponsored by uh who cares? Okay, so another show that I wanted to talk about was Mandalorian. Have you seen it?
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah,
It
let's
isn't.
go. It's the first show we've all seen. Let's
Oh my
Is
go.
this
god.
the first show?
So that came out in 2019, and it's
Yeah.
2020 April. But like, holy crap, what a show!
It
Like,
was. I didn't even realize like it had come out or anything. Like my friend was like, "Yo, have you watched Mandalorian?" And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, you got to watch this." I was like, "Oh, okay." And then like he sat me down, and like we started watching it, and like within the first 5 minutes, I was like, "What?" I was like, I need to buy Disney Plus right now. Get this show.
I need more.
I need
I need
more.
more.
Yeah,
It
no,
was
it's.
it was such a good show.
I'd say that's some of the best. Like, okay, here's a
It's
hot
the best
take.
Star Wars that I've
Yeah.
seen. Like the TV shows for me have been kind of one in my favor. Like I've been watching like, a little bit of like, the new season of the Clone Wars.
Hmm.
I've only watched yet with like the what's it called, like the Bad Batch.
Hmm.
I
Oh
haven't
yeah.
seen any of that yet, but like for me, like as as like a Star Wars fan, TV shows can kind of do me a little more justice. Like
Yeah.
that's just my opinion. But like
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I mean the Clone Wars. Like we were in. I don't know if it was middle school when the Clone Wars first started airing.
yeah,
But
like
like that was just like I ate that. I ate it up. I loved the
yeah,
Clone Wars and the fact that they
yeah.
were actually like, "Hey, we're going to bring it back for the final season." Like, Disney? What?
I'm
Okay.
like take my money,
Yeah, take my cash,
yours.
Disney. How am I not going to buy Disney Plus?
It's like
But the Mandalorian, here's a hot take. The Mandalorian in just the show is better than all of the sequels. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
like the new
Yeah.
sequels.
Like the new sequels, like
Oh yeah,
7, 8,
100%.
and 9.
That's correct.
Like it's just it feels like Star Wars, and that's like the way
Yeah,
it's told and the way the story's told is how Star Wars, like the universe, should
I,
be explored.
yeah.
I get that. I think 7 was good. I think 8 and 9 is where it started to veer off.
I think seven was really good, even though if it was entirely fan service, but that's okay because like everybody wanted the fan service, so it was completely fine.
Yeah.
I have no clue what happened with 8. I still haven't seen 9 because I just don't care. I'm gonna be honest. I love Star Wars and I just don't care. I feel bad.
I won't lie to you. Like me and a friend of mine, Ulysses,
Oh,
we went to go
Ulysses.
see it in theaters, and literally at the final final act.
Mhm.
Don't ask why, but we were like dying laughing. It's
That's the sign of a good movie is when there's a
like
serious scene and you
the third
laugh.
part, bro. I was like, I just couldn't hold it in.
Oh God. Um, but it's just Mandalorian is just so good. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
like how they explore that aspect of Star Wars, the kind of underground kind of area. Like the whole time, they focus on like the Jedi and like Sith,
Yeah.
and But I like kind of the underground, like bounty hunters are kind of getting like the limelight.
Yeah, I
And
mean it's yeah, it's different stories that are being
yeah,
explored other than just like sort of the main focus
yeah,
of the universe, which I think is how they should go about it. Like
yeah.
they also released Respawn, which is a game company, released Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh, dude, I played that. Like I was like
Yeah.
nonstop.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I was like, this is what I always wanted.
That's another
A
example.
lightsaber. It's just like great.
Yeah, no, it's just so good. Like every aspect of that game is just so good, and they respect the universe, you know.
Yeah,
And it's just how to explore it, man. Like,
I exactly. I liked it because around when it first came out, I wasn't following it. I just sort of it sort of popped up my fans one of them. Like, oh, I loved like when I was younger. I played Star Wars like The Force Unleashed.
oh
I love
yeah,
that game.
let's
Something
go.
like this would be kind. So I'm like, all right, I gotta hop on this like immediately. And like the whole exploring aspect was like when you're doing like the story or playing along the story,
Hmm.
I would kind of just explore for like for like a while and not even progress. Just kind of just exploring the whole like the maps or plans or whatever
Mm.
here and
Yeah.
all. It's just it was a good time.
Yeah, no, it's just so fun. Star Wars is definitely when it's good, it's just too good.
Yeah.
Oh. Um but yeah, Mandalorian another show that's on the Netflix side of things that I wanted to touch on. I don't know if either of you have seen it. The Witcher.
I haven't seen that yet. A buddy of mine saw like
I
the first episode. He said it was good.
Hmm.
It's good for him. So
What about you, Jesse?
Now a lot of my friends have watched it and said they've like have mixed reviews, like, but most of them have liked it. For me, like I watched like 20-30 minutes of the first episode and I couldn't get into it. I don't know
No?
what it was.
Uh-oh.
I think it's because I see Henry Cavill as Superman.
You know he gave up
yeah,
Superman for this role, right?
Yeah,
and
it's
well,
just
I think were gonna do like a Man of Steel or Justice League, basically like dead.
I
So
mean, yeah, he saw DC was a sinking ship and he was like, nah.
nah. Well, I think there's more to that. There's like other stuff
Alright, he's just a
in
huge
that
nerd as
background.
well. He's like, I get to be the Witcher. Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm a fan of the game series. So seeing it being adapted and seeing a video game adaptation into like a show or a movie that's actually good is like really really cool to me. Um, I've heard a lot that it's like it's not perfect, but it's still really good. And like I was watching it and I was like, this is really really good. I really liked it. I liked everything. I think he himself as Geralt, who's the main character, he does a fantastic job. This is sort of Netflix's like big fantasy thing or show, I should say. I don't want to say it's like this is their Game of Thrones because like I think that's it's I mean it's not it's fantasy, so I guess you could say that, but like
It's like
it's
a
pseudo
little,
fantasy. It's interesting.
yeah.
I will say the one thing that the show itself follows three main characters. But like I think it should have focused a lot more on Geralt. That's just me, which is the main character. Um, that's just me. I understand why it branched off to the other characters, but I just love Geralt and I love seeing him being a badass. So, um, but yeah, that's me. I would suggest it. Obviously, Jesse didn't like it, but Jesse doesn't have good taste, so I don't know what
You
to
know
tell
what?
you.
To be honest,
roasted.
most people say that.
Oh no, I'm kidding.
Actually, if we're talking about my taste, the thing we should talk about is my music tastes,
Ooh.
because that's where things get interesting. because I listen to everything.
Me too, dude. I listen to. Oh, wait. Here's a good question, Zach.
Doesn't.
It's present. You're a music boy, aren't you? Like when you have your webcam on, if you had it on, we could see like 413 guitars.
Oh,
Am I right?
yeah,
13
my
guitars.
arsenal behind me. Yeah.
Arsenal.
It's
Yeah. So
Yeah.
are
As
you
Zach
are
just
you?
start playing us a melody?
Ooh, a little. Yeah. Play us a ditty.
It plays a ditty.
Oh, it's so
God.
far away.
Do you like music, Zach? Obviously, but yeah.
No, really.
No. Okay. Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That'd be funny. You play instruments. Like, nah, I don't really like it.
Nah, it's not really for me. Nah.
We're done. We're
It's
just gonna throw away all the guitars now. Like
Yeah.
they're useless.
I don't even play. I just it's just seem cool.
They just seem cool to like collect.
I
I've
do. I
actually
do.
never even touched any of them.
Are you in a band, Zach?
Heavy. What's that?
Are you in a band?
I've been in and out of bands.
No
I'm
way.
not
Wait,
currently
for
in
real?
bands.
Hold on. We gotta talk about this. Screw the television topics. Screw
Oh.
Mandalorian. Screw Jesse. What? We gotta talk about your bands. I guess. Why me? All right. Let's hear about the band, Zach. Come on.
I've been in like bands in like high school, and they never amounted to like anything.
Okay.
It's not like bands. It's kind of like people I used to jam with.
Right. Yeah.
I would like fill in for like.
People used
I
to
would fill in
jam
for,
with.
like,
I love it
friends.
so much. Oh my god. Did you have names for the bands?
Uh,
Come
I
on,
think my-
please.
band's name. It's weird.
Is it like Mountain Tomatoes or something crazy?
No, it's like somebody hipster. Oh, it's just kill me now.
I love band
It'll
stories.
come to me like later.
Okay, we'll get it later.
I would
Um,
fill in to like play guitar, bass, but the guy wasn't around. But
That's still cool though. Like I love like band stories mostly, and especially because we're young, or at least I assume we're young.
I assume.
Well, I mean we're
I
young.
assume we're young.
We're young.
I'm
you know?
the youngest.
Yeah, you are the youngest, to be fair.
I is a baby.
As as he drinks his Gatorade, I is a baby.
Well, that's-
You don't feed your baby Gatorade. What are you doing?
no.
Um,
Oh god.
but I love band stories because like since we're young and it's just so I'm just not into that scene at all. So I just love hearing like I was in a band with like our drummer was like a priest who became like
Priest.
yeah, like I don't know. It's just you hear some wacky stuff. Like
Yeah.
I knew some people in high school who were in bands, and one of my favorite stories was like my friend from high school. Also, his name was also Zach. He said like
Oh, wow.
I was in a band and like we went to this party and like there was some explosions going on, but we didn't plan for them. We didn't know what was happening. I was like, what's going? I just love the stories, man. It's just so fun, and the names like it's like oh, I just love it so much. Yeah, it's a good episode. Is that
I
it?
mean, all right. Well.
No, that's not. No, we
just,
can.
like,
We can.
everybody hangs up. just
Yeah,
like,
no,
that's
we're
it.
done. That's it for the night. No, we got like another 20 minutes, Zach. You're stuck with us for another 20 minutes, Zach.
Yeah, you're actually locked in. You can't leave.
Can't even close my laptop.
If you do, we actually have the right to sue you.
Yeah.
boy.
You're under
Oh,
contract
hello.
right now.
Yeah, you're under contract.
It's fun. I love being here.
I love being here. Yeah, put it on record.
There we go.
This
That's
answer
what
was
we'd like to
sincere. Those who are listening to this, I am here, having a good time.
Oh man.
You see my face, but I'm smiling.
Yeah,
see.
the reason your camera really isn't on is because you're trying to break out of the room we've put you in, right?
the ropes that we have them tied in.
Oh god. All right.
Oh.
I'm trying to look up other shows that are coming out, but I'm not interested
A
in
bunch
any
of
of
Marvel
these.
shows I want to see, like
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, isn't
WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, like those. I'm like pumped for. I
yeah,
need them
there's a
now.
lot of good shows coming out there.
Yeah.
Loki's getting one too.
Um, what's the last one? WandaVision, Loki, and Falcon and Iron Soldier. No, that's not
Iron,
right.
Iron Soldier.
Iron Soldier. Whoever the Iron Giant, whatever his name is. I haven't seen a Marvel movie in forever, man, because it's been forever since they've come out. You know,
Oh,
they're on the
Endgame,
little
yeah.
break they're on right now.
Yeah.
But it'll get there. Man, I'm seeing no shows that are interesting to me that are coming soon. Jesse, you got any more shows you like?
I mean, let's see.
Let's see.
I mean, I do really like Dave. I know we've talked. Have we talked about Dave?
Dave? So like, no, I don't think so.
So Dave is about the rapper Little Dicky.
You've
It's
talked about
like,
him before.
yeah, I've talked about Little Dicky before. It's a show like focused around that rapper.
Hmm.
Because it's just like the whole show is just sort of like making fun of him. Like it's supposed to just be a play off him, but it's also like how he sort of came to like get this famous. I
Is it?
don't think it's like a true story, but like I think there are like true things in there.
Huh. Okay. Um. All right. Um.
Yeah.
So is it kind of like Everybody Hates Chris or something, where it's like his like upbringings and his like stories from his past, kind of?
Sort of. It's like it's not really that. It's like following from like what they've put out. It's like following him like from like just when he started to like go a little bit viral, like
Hmm.
tiny bit, like just when he started to like get seen a bit.
Okay. It just
Um
get famous, something like that.
Yeah.
yeah, like just
Okay.
that little like point like hey, like look at him. Um and it sort of like starts there to like where he I haven't like they haven't finished the show yet, so I don't know like what they are planning to do, like if they're gonna have like a season 2 or something. Like I don't know exactly, but from what I've seen, it's like sort of like the rise of like what he did to like get where he is.
Hmm. That's interesting. Well, like,
I think I've seen like previews of. Is it on Hulu?
Yeah, it is on Hulu. It's
I think I see like
literally like all comedy. Like
right.
it's a lot of like jokes about himself and like the people around him
Okay.
and stuff, and like, but it's also like it plays into like what he is insecure the most about, and like the he fears, I guess, the stuff he fears. Gotta trying to cut down on the swearing, especially once Bowen is here next week.
yeah, you gotta be real careful then. Be like, oh,
God.
this is off the chain, Bowen. You would not believe it.
No, usually
off.
if there's somebody around, I can if there's like somebody like a teacher or somebody that like hates that kind of oh all right. If somebody tells me I can't, that's when it gets hard. But like if there's like an authority figure, then it's like okay, like if there's something that clicks.
What do you
in
think
my
Zach
brain.
is here? He's the authority figure.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
He's
You're
older
right.
than us.
He's
Silence.
Good. Oh my god.
Oh, God.
No, that show's premise. I think that's a good way to tell like well like stories and also like I guess for entertainment. but
Yeah.
it sounds funny and it sounds well made, so that's good. I'm always down for that kind of thing. Zach, any more good shows that you have seen, not only currently but in the past? We're talking fifth grade, we're talking sixth grade, we're talking high school. Any of those times you can.
You
From the
mentioned like
past.
Everybody Hates Chris. I remember watching that when I was growing up. Like,
Oh yeah, no, I watched
So
that
I
too.
remember watching that too.
It's just so funny. It's such a good show.
yeah. I don't know why
I-
I'm thinking, but like I remember the episode like when I think he takes the card to, like school or something like that. Ah,
I think I
like
know
his
the
dad
episode. Yeah, his dad like is gonna kill
finds
him.
out. Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm not man. I'm just disappointed. And after a while, he's just like tossing him out the window. So, I don't know. It's just,
Terry Crews.
Cruz
I
is
love that
just,
guy.
oof. That's sure.
It's great.
Yeah, like I mean, I was rewatching Big Mouth again.
Oh,
yeah.
Freaking Big Mouth. Are you kidding?
I could never get into Big Mouth. I don't know what
Really?
it was. I think it was just like the animation style.
I mean,
But,
it's like meant to be disgusting, isn't it?
It's meant to, yeah.
It's
Episode one, it just throw you into it. I'm like, oh wow, it's this kind of show.
It's not
it's
even
one of
that.
these. No,
Not
I've
one of
actually
those.
heard it's really good.
Like I'm not like I'm fine with that type of comedy and stuff. It's just more like how people are drawn, I guess. Like
Makes
I don't
sense.
know.
I see that.
I
Like,
mean,
Like
'cause,
season
like,
three,
I don't worry.
it's like
I love dark comedy and like I can if like any kind of like inappropriate kind of comedy that they put on like TV and stuff like that. Like I love, but it's just like sort of how they're just drawn. I don't know what it is, but like they're how they're drawn just turns me away from the show. Sort of like I also can't watch like what's that show? Not I was gonna say Family Guy, but it wasn't Family Guy.
Family Guy.
Family Guy.
No,
Family Guy is just a joke in and of itself at this point.
it
It's like
really
it's
is. I mean,
It's like-
what came first, Family Guy or Simpsons?
Simpsons.
Simpsons came out in
it's
like
like
the
80s.
yeah the 80s, and it's still alive.
But Family Guy came out like 1999. Even then, that's still like, and there's still like, I'm surprised they're still going. It's
Yeah, like the Simpsons stopped.
like the writers on the show just don't care anymore. They'll get a paycheck regardless. Let's say it's just funny. Yeah, all right, just we'll put a little cutaway.
Pretty sure. Right?
What, the Simpsons stopped?
Yeah.
I think no. I'm pretty sure the Simpsons is still going.
What?
I'm
Talk
pretty
about
sure.
Family Guy.
Wait, what? Well, but Jesse said the Simpsons stopped.
I think they're still going.
I'm pretty sure they did. I'm looking it up now.
The Simpsons is not ending.
I mean, if they did, I'll like
It
that's a good
hasn't?
run. So
No, it's still going.
Yeah.
Simpsons never dies. They're gonna keep beating that dead horse until there's no money left out of it. Same with
that's
Family Guy. Yeah, exactly. Who's Lois? Who's the
Main guy.
yeah, not Beater. The person that voices him.
Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, Seth MacFarlane. He must just be rolling in cash.
So no,
I think he's pretty
Um,
sick of it, honestly. It isn't right on it anymore.
Oh yeah, that's a good point, huh? What's up, Jesse?
so I think it did end for like a little bit. Then it got renewed in 2019 for the 31st and 32nd seasons.
It's on
I
Disney
might be
Plus
wrong.
now, right? So
Yeah, it is on Disney Plus. I find it really funny that in the Simpsons movie, this is like a known thing, but in the Simpsons movie, Bart makes a joke where he like, I think he like puts a bra on his head or something, and they look like ears, and he's like, "Look, I'm owned by an evil corporation," and that joke is now a Disney joke.
it's like a running thing, like the Simpsons like predict
Oh yeah,
things like things. Are
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in The Simpsons that have happened that like actually then happened in real life.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's just really weird.
Yeah.
Is it a car? My ride's here.
Gotta go. Alright, bye.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
Family Guy. I saw like a thumbnail on like YouTube. A lot of my suggestions like Stewie gets turned into Pikachu. I'm almost like just stop, please.
It's
Alright,
like
then.
You had your fun.
it's your fun.
You had your...
In
Die
damn it.
peacefully.
in my friend group, I literally say like if somebody makes like a stupid joke or like a joke that I just say like this sounds like a Family Guy joke where it's just like a joke that's like
It's not even a joke. It's like some like weird scenario that's like
it's like, oh,
Exactly.
what if my cat was George Clooney? And then they like cut to like a 2-minute thing, a bit of like
Yeah.
a cat being George Clooney or something.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, wow, that was Family Guy.
entertainment right
That-
there.
Yeah,
happened.
that's true
That's
entertainment.
entertainment.
Yeah. Oh goodness. Well, we're close to an hour, but we can go over. But I wanted to ask Zach something.
No.
Oh.
I say no.
I actually don't remember what it was. So Jesse, why
Well,
don't you ask Zach
Too
something?
late.
Now I'm being just put on the spot. All right,
Yeah,
Zach.
yeah, I got you good.
All right, Zach.
Oh.
Oh, I got something.
Coke or Pepsi?
What do you say?
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke or Pepsi?
Oh, Coke.
Let's go, Coke gang.
I'm actually. I don't drink soda. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, well, to be fair, I don't either, but I just prefer Coke. So
I mean, I don't drink
yeah,
soda often
no, I
either,
like,
but
I
like,
like the Coke brand, but like
the shrug.
Yeah, Coke-
the shrug.
People are gonna hate you now.
Sort of my like, for going.
Yeah, for going like
it's,
that.
it's
Yeah,
Coke. It's Coke.
it's Coke.
whatever.
I feel that. I feel that though. So as children, as little babbies, did either
Little
of you
babies.
watch Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yes, of course.
Okay, it's coming to Netflix.
Is
really?
it actually?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
when?
I think in a month. Next month in May.
Like
Oh
that.
my god, I'm going to be binging that.
Yeah,
Well,
me
actually,
too.
so talking about May, Rick and Morty is starting up again in May.
Ooh.
They've been on a long hiatus of season 5.
Why did they
and
do
the
that?
last 5 episodes are coming out starting in May.
Do you know why they did the hiatus?
Literally, they just. I think it was just like their scheduling. I literally think that they didn't have enough done in time,
Mm-hmm.
and that's pretty. They needed like more time to work on stuff, and I think that's what had happened.
Mm.
I'm not 100% sure on that, like 100% sure about that, but that's what I think happened.
Now let me ask you this: Are you going to watch their Hulu show?
Oh, the other one.
Yeah.
was it?
Like the Outsiders? No, that's not right.
Like outer. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I was like, I feel like that's just like trying
Just
to get more money.
it is, yeah. Like 100%. It's getting the Hulu
Rick and
money.
Morty like is good,
Hmm.
but like I feel like that's just trying to get more money.
Yeah, it probably that's probably the main goal of it. But that's the main goal with everything. So you
True.
know, it's rough, but it is what it is. Zach,
I mean, like you gotta try to get more money. Like you can't do things without money.
Yeah, no.
Sometimes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Zach, how is your how are you making money?
How's your quarantine, Zach?
Yeah, how is your quarantine? Let's just chill. Let's just talk
Yeah.
about how quarantine's going. How's quarantine going for you, Zach?
So, I mean, I'm playing video games. So, like that's how I'm kind of passing the time.
Yeah.
I do that. Schoolwork is kind of
That's the secondary though.
That comes second.
Video
believe me.
games, and then
I just
school.
got the full version of Call of Duty. I've been playing that a lot. A
Careful,
lot of
Jesse
it-
will kill you. He really likes Call of Duty.
I do a lot. Literally, I play so much Modern Warfare. Here's the thing, and I probably shouldn't say this, but like I'm gonna be honest, I can't do schoolwork at my house. Like I can't focus at my house. That's the thing. Like a lot of I don't know how other people do it, but like I need to like I usually like if I ever had to do work at my house, I would go to my library
Mm-hmm.
and I just do work there. Because like I can't. I'm not somebody who can like sit here and do work because there's so much shit around me.
Mm-hmm. No, I like agree with that like 100%. For me, like my first semester at Framingham State, I forgot the name. I don't know what's going on. I'm losing my mind. Yeah, what's going on? My first semester, I had a 2 hour class and then a 3 hour gap and then another 2 hour class. And I was like, okay, I could go home in that 3 hour gap, but I won't. So I like stayed for those 3 hours. I just did schoolwork at the library, and like that's like how I got stuff done. So like I completely get what you mean. Yeah.
I commuted there, and I live like farther away.
You live far away, dude.
I would have.
See, I lived on campus, but like even then, when I lived on campus and I lived in my dorm room, I could walk outside my dorm room and there was a common area, or I could go like into like just like this separate outer area downstairs. Like if I ever needed to just get away, or if I wanted to, I could walk to the library, which is open till like 1, 2 in the morning.
Yeah, our library was really good. You could stay there until like wicked late, and nobody would care.
Yeah. I usually like like my class schedule would be like I would have like a couple like in the day, but there'd be like a gap in between them, like a gap. I did the same thing. Like I just do like schoolwork. So I knew like I won't feel like doing it when I get back home. I just want to like just get back and relax. I've been like all day. I'm like there schedule. I'm not gonna like drive home, obviously. So like.
Yeah, no, I feel that on a personal level. But like as of like since we're like home and it's like you have to be home, like I don't know. I've been keeping up with it. But as the semester winds down and we're getting to the last like dude, I don't know, like 2 or 3 weeks, like 2 weeks and then finals week, I guess. Yeah. Like my enthusiasm is like it's going down. Yeah. We're so close,
oh god, no, I understand. Like I have a project that's due I think next week. Sometime next week it's like the final project for my class, and like I've barely done stuff for it, and it's bad.
Yeah, no, it's
it's not the film classes, it's my psychology class.
Oh, that's just psych. Who cares?
All right, hopefully my psych teachers never watch this.
I'm gonna send it to him personally. Check out Jesse in our podcast where he actually talks about your class.
He gives you a little shout out.
Yeah, a little feedback. I hate this class.
No, actually. No, I'm kidding. They're not bad classes. They're not bad classes.
Yeah, you know what is a bad class? This class.
No, you know what's bad about this class?
Now that's a Family Guy joke.
Wait, what?
Zach went. I went. You know what's bad this class, and he went. That's funny because it's our class, or this is our class. I went, that's a Family Guy.
It's the joke.
Yeah, it's the joke.
That's why it's funny.
It's the joke. That's why it's funny. Oh god.
I need to get outside, dude.
I need to get outside. Oh my god. This guy's a riot. I love Zach.
It's one word. So yeah.
Yeah. So Jesse, were you saying something?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember.
It was just a Family Guy joke.
Yeah.
So we're
Family Guy.
we're coming up to around the hour mark, so we can start ending things. Zach, what we do with all of our guests, and what we've already done with you, is ask what your favorite film is. But since you've already been on the show, I will ask:
Yeah.
has your favorite film changed first since in like 2 months or 3 months or whatever?
Can you
Maybe
even
not.
remember what you said?
Yeah, do you remember what you said?
So what's your favorite film?
Yeah, so what is your favorite film? It might be different from what it was before.
Oh, yeah, I said Jaws. Yeah.
Yes, you
sorry,
did. Yeah, you said Jaws.
Okay. Is
So-
it still Jaws?
Yeah.
It's up there. I'm trying to think of other movies. Yeah. I think like scary movies is that's my whole project that I've been doing.
Hmm.
I rewatched those Conjuring movies actually not too long ago. It's pretty dope.
Okay.
Let's just go with Jaws. Yeah, it's just
All right. Good answer.
It's
good
the
answer.
safe bet. Yeah.
Safe bet.
Yeah.
took 10 minutes to say the same answer for me.
Well, I mean,
Switch it up a bit. Go Sharknado.
ooh,
Ooh, those are quality.
Quality.
quality content. Well, thank you for joining us, Zach. I think
This is
this has been an episode for sure. What I think we'll do is we'll put either a picture or a looping video of you.
Just put all the clips of me from a rose of different shade in.
Yeah,
oh
that's
my
what I
God,
was
just
thinking.
like only his scenes and
Only-
only his lines.
I have it on this computer. I could actually do that.
That'd be hilarious, honestly.
Actually, I might do that. I'm not even kidding. I might just like loop the footage of that and just have it here.
The fight scene, me and Jesse in the background, just playing.
Oh God, please do not play that.
Come on, we should play that for our like this class.
We need to redo that fight scene when
It'd be more
with
intense.
more
Crazy.
time and advanced effects.
Yeah.
We should just like
Explosions.
we should cast like
Also-
real people, like actors.
Doubles.
Actors,
Yeah.
like higher stunt doubles.
I don't know. Like I think you look like someone. You look like a Steve Buscemi type, Jesse. A little bit. Yeah, you know who the Buscemi is, right?
This is science.
Yeah, I look like Steve Buscemi.
Maybe in like the future. So like, well, he's not. I mean,
Thanks.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. He's the first person that came to mind. I don't know. Oh.
I don't think I really like have a familiar face, I guess. I don't know.
That's a weird thing to say. I mean, it's
A very unique face
yeah.
of a kind.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, all right. That's what I'm saying. My face is one of a kind.
Oh,
You know,
that's.
my last name does mean a gift from God. So
But your first name is
Just-
Jessamaya, so.
yeah,
It is.
Jessamaya, the gift from God.
Oh man.
All right, all right.
This has been a fun
um,
episode.
Oh God.
um, well, is that it? Is there anything
mean-
else that you would like to add, either Jesse or Zach?
I think that's. I think that's it on my end.
Woo! Okay. Wait.
Yeah, I actually wait. Did he answer the Coke or Pepsi? Oh no, he did say Coke. Never mind. Never mind.
Oh.
This is
I
important.
had to make sure the question was answered. You know,
Yeah.
people would wonder. You know,
That is
Yeah.
true. Yeah. It's a hot button question right now.
hot button question.
Yeah.
You know,
In case
that's
you didn't
on
hear me
everybody's
and you don't want to
minds.
rewind, it was Coke.
It was Coke.
It was.
Just in case you didn't know,
Okay.
he said Coke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, not Cocoa Pebbles.
Yeah,
Cocoa
that's the
Peb.
Coca.
No, that's
Yeah,
not right.
Zach.
That's not right. That's not right. I'm combining two. It's my time in quarantine. I'm losing my brain.
Edge.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us, Zach. We said we would like to get everybody from the class on, and we got like 6 people total.
That's
So that, I mean, you coming on again is very nice of you, and thank you.
Thank you.
From the
Good, just
bottom of
gotta,
our
like,
hearts, because if you didn't, then who knows who would have? It would have
I
been
know.
no one. It would have been just me and Jesse.
I mean,
just
I am
like
pretty
sitting there with
interesting.
Bowen,
So,
just like, hi Bowen, we're
hi,
here to
Bowen.
interview you.
Yeah. No. Well,
No, well, he wanted like a few more people to come on with him.
I think he was scared of having just him and us, Jesse.
Yeah.
Like he was like, "Oh no."
Oh no.
um,
Oh god.
so now that we have more people, and just think about next the final episode, Zach. If you want to join, then absolutely. If you don't, then no problem at all.
If you don't, you're dead to me.
Yeah,
but
if you
that's
don't,
okay.
it's
If you
okay.
don't-
You've only been the most prominent person on the podcast besides me and Jesse. It's whatever.
Yeah, like God, you're just like our #1 guest, but come on, whatever.
Yeah. We're planning on shooting it next Wednesday. After our meeting, that'll take like 10 minutes as usual. So I mean, just give it some thought. If you feel like joining, then give us a text. And with that, that's like, I think the end of the episode, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Have we made it? I think we've made it. I think we've done
I
it.
think
Did we make
that's
it?
it. That's a wrap.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in, listening, watching the Disaster Cast episode 6 with special guest Zach, or special returning guest Zach.
The
Um,
red circle.
Yeah, the
Um,
I am Michael Crocker,
and I am Jesse Godfrey.
and that's
I'm
Zach.
also Zach Butcher.
Yeah.
I'm also
Yes. No one said
And cut.
we were Zach Butcher. All right. I'll end it. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.
bye bye.
Bye bye.